Hi guys, this is Jacob back with another video about cereal. Today we're going to talk about another good cereal called Cookie Crisp. It's hard to fit in the frame here because it's, as you can see, it's a giant sized box, but there you go. So, without further ado, let's get started. So Cookie Crisp, I do believe, was first introduced back in 1977, and the original mascot was Jarvis the Wizard. So he's a wizard that would turn kids' cookie jars into boxes of Cookie Crisp, because he would say, in every commercial he would say, "You can't have cookies for breakfast, but you can have Cookie Crisp." And something like that. That doesn't really make sense. I mean, you have the ability to have cookies for breakfast. But, because basically, Cookie Crisp is little cookies in a cereal. But I don't know. It just doesn't really make much sense to me, but whatever. It's how the commercials went. So, here we go. I'll just show you what I mean.
Kids, cookies for breakfast?
But we love cookies.
Well, why didn't you say so? Oh, you can't have cookies for breakfast, but you can have Cookie Crisp. You can have that crunchy cookie taste with lots of chocolatey chips.
Looks like little cookies.
But it's a cereal and part of a complete breakfast, so just remember this. No, you can't have cookies for breakfast.
But you can have Cookie Crisp.
Cookie Crisp cereal. You can have Cookie Crisp.
So, the original Cookie Crisp came in 3 flavors. The first 2 were chocolate chip, which is the the flavor that we're used to today. But it also came in the vanilla wafer. Yeah, I think it was vanilla wafer variety, which is basically the same thing as like what a vanilla wafer cookie cereal would taste like, which there has been in the past. Actually pretty recently. But, yeah, and then the third flavor, which was introduced a little bit later, was oatmeal Cookie Crisp, which is like an oatmeal cookie, I guess. So yeah, there was 3 flavors, and then, but anyway, back to their mascot. Jarvis the Wizard was, he was still used until about the mid-80s when they, decided to switch up the mascot, and they introduced the Cookie Crook, who would try to steal Cookie Crisp. So yeah, he would try and steal Cookie Crisp from the kids, and then another mascot named, that they introduced a little bit later, named the Cookie Cop, or some people call him Officer Crumb, whichever one you prefer. He was introduced, and, at first, he didn't exactly stop the Cookie Crook, and the Cookie Crook would always win, basically. But Rust and Purina changed that, so, because they thought it sent a bad message to kids. So, they, switched it, so the Cookie Cop, at the end of every commercial, takes, the Cookie Crook away in his, police car. And basically, the backup the singers, I guess, there's a group of singers basically singing, "If you like cookies, you'll love Cookie Crisp." I'll show you what I mean.
A car flew over a Cookie Crisp. It's the Cookie Crisp.
Just checking the traffic.
Cookie Crook, this scheme to get Cookie Crisp isn't taking off.
Who can blame me? It looks like little chocolate chip cookies.
But Cookie Crisp cereal stays crispy in milk, and it's part of this complete breakfast. Well, Cookie Crook, it's time you started a new career.
Yeah, this one's definitely winding down.
If you like cookies, you'll love Cookie Crisp.
Then they added a third mascot. So remember, Jarvis the Wizard was completely retired at this point, and then we had the Cookie Crook, Officer Crumb, and then we had the third mascot who appeared a little bit later called Chip the dog. So he would always ruin the Cookie Crook's plans because he was like supposed to be Cookie Crook's helper, but he would always howl at inappropriate times. So he would always give away their plans by howling Cookie Crisp. So that's kind of, yeah, so that's basically it. So their commercials ran for quite a while until the mid to late 90s. Then in 1997, Ralston Purina, the company that was making Cookie Crisp, sold it to General Mills, another popular cereal company. Yeah, and then General Mills actually changed the cereal. Yeah, General Mills changed the cereal recipe, so it's not exactly the same today as what you would buy back then. So, yeah, my mom says she can't tell the difference. It's what she remembers, but my dad says it's not as good. Also, when General Mills decided to take over the brand, they got rid of the Cookie Crook and the Cookie Cop, aka Officer Crumb, and they just kept Chip the dog, who would try to promote Cookie Crisp to kids by howling, once again, Cookie Crisp. And, but then, in 2005, they changed Chip the dog to a wolf. Yes, and that's who you see on the things, or on the boxes today. He's called Chip the Wolf. So they kind of turned this dog character into a wolf, and the wolf kind of has the same stealing tactics as, the Cookie Crook. So here's a commercial for the, with Chip the Wolf from 2005.
You see a city, but I, Chip, see a town filled with Cookie Crisp. It looks like chocolatey chip cookies, tastes like them too, but it's a breakfast cereal. I'm coming for delicious Cookie Crisp. Going up. Got it. Woohoo! Oh! Just missed that Cookie Crisp.
The chocolatey chip cookie cereal, part of this good breakfast with 12 key vitamins and minerals.
Next time I'll get my Cookie Crisp.
So yeah, Chip the Wolf is basically who you see on boxes today. And I would also like to say that Cookie Crisp has tried a few other flavors over the years. Like more recently they've done peanut butter Cookie Crisp, which sounds good, you know, peanut butter cookies. But and then we got, we got birthday cake Cookie Crisp and sprinkles Cookie Crisp, which are, I'm assuming, kind of similar. Then we also have, in Germany, they've released some, like, another flavor called Chocella Toast, which is basically, like, little toast-shaped cereal pieces filled with, like, a Nutella-like hazelnut spread, which sounds really good, but apparently they've never released it in the U.S., so might not get to try that one, I'm not sure, but anyway, now it's time to try some of this stuff. Alright everybody, so I poured some Cookie Crisp in a bowl. I probably can't show you without it spilling, because unlike the last cereal that I did, Honey Smacks, which are great by the way, this cereal I actually prefer with milk. As you know, I preferred Honey Smacks just dry, but I'm gonna try some Cookie Crisp. I've already actually tried it, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I think of it here. So yeah, it is very it's very good. It's pretty sweet, not terribly, but it's still it's a nice cereal, and it surprisingly only has 12 grams of sugar, which doesn't seem like a ton for a cereal. But anyway, yeah, I do like it in milk for two reasons. One, because it turns the milk like a chocolatey taste, which you can sip at the end, and then also because it stays crunchy in milk, which, for those who don't know, I really like my cereal to stay like crispy, even when it's in milk, you know. It's just, it gives it an extra something. So Cookie Crisp, it's actually really good. It's not my favorite cereal, but I really do like it still, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's very crispy still, even in milk. And, so, yeah, it basically tastes kind of like a cookie. I mean, it's just cereal, I guess. I really don't know how to describe it, to be honest. Just, I guess, try it for yourself if you're curious, but this is just the plain chocolate chip variety, as they don't make really any other flavors anymore. I mean, they have some limited edition ones that they release from time to time, but no vanilla wafer or oatmeal or peanut butter like they used to. So that'll probably about do it for the video about Cookie Crisp. So, and by the way, I really don't have any stuffed animal like of Chip the dog. I know there is one out there from like that's like vintage, but sorry about the glare on the box there, but anyway, that'll about I don't have him, so but that'll about do it for Cookie Crisp. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.